Chapter 1. Welcome to Italy. Hey everyone! I'm so excited to be your guide today as we take a visual trip through Italy, a country packed with art, culture and history. From the romantic canals of Venice to the sunny shores of the Amalfi Coast, Italy is a treat for your eyes, ears and taste buds. Over the next few chapters, we'll be your virtual gondoliers, your own personal tour guides, taking you to 10 of the most amazing places this boot-shaped beauty has to offer. We're talking about the kind of places that will have you saying, wow, every few minutes. So grab your imagination, get ready to say good morning to Italy's best. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or just starting to dream, I promise these sites will make you want to book that trip. Let's go. Chapter 2, The Eternal City, Rome. Our first stop takes us to the heart of Italy, to the city they call the Eternal City, Rome. Now, Rome isn't just a city, it's a living museum. Everywhere you look, you see ancient ruins, grand churches and masterpieces that have amazed people for centuries. We'll start at the Colosseum, that famous arena that once hosted gladiator fights and public shows. Imagine the roar of the crowd, the clash of swords, how huge it all was. Today, it stands as a powerful reminder of Rome's strength and how its legacy has lasted. Just a short walk away is the Roman Forum, the busy heart of ancient Rome. Picture a marketplace full of life, senators walking through the square, and temples honoring the ancient gods. It's a place that truly lets you step back in time and feel the energy of this once mighty empire. And no trip to Rome is complete without a visit to Vatican City, the smallest country in the world and the spiritual center for millions. Here you'll find St. Peter's Basilica, a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture, and the Vatican Museums, home to Michelangelo's incredible Sistine Chapel ceiling. But Rome isn't just about ancient history. It's also a city full of life and that Italian joy of living. As you walk through the charming cobblestone streets, be sure to enjoy a scoop or two of gelato. Trust me, it's not just ice cream, it's a cultural experience. And speaking of experiences, make sure to toss a coin in the Trevi fountain. Legend has it that doing so guarantees you'll return to Rome. I've done it a few times myself, just to be safe. The Trevi fountain is especially magical at night, all lit up and sparkling. In the evenings, find a cozy restaurant and enjoy the flavors of Roman cuisine. Order a plate of pasta, sip on some local wine, and soak up the lively atmosphere. Don't forget to try the pizza. You won't find a crispier crust or more flavorful toppings anywhere else. Rome is a city that stays with you long after you've said goodbye. It's a place where history comes alive, where art inspires, and where every corner holds something new to discover. Chapter 3, Venice, a city floating on dreams. From the grandeur of Rome, we travel north to a city unlike any other, Venice. Imagine a city built on water, a maze of canals reflecting centuries of history and romance. Venice is a city that seems to float on dreams, a place where gondolas glide beneath arched bridges, and the air is filled with the sound of splashing oars. Our Venetian adventure begins on the Grand Canal, the city's main waterway, where you can hop aboard a vaporetto, Venice's version of a bus, and see the grandeur of palaces and churches lining the waterway. Keep your camera ready. Every turn reveals a picture-perfect moment. And speaking of picture-perfect, no trip to Venice is complete without experiencing the city from a gondola. Glide beneath the Bridge of Sighs, where legend has it, lovers were promised eternal happiness with a kiss as they passed beneath. It's a truly magical experience. But Venice isn't just about canals and gondolas. Step ashore and lose yourself in the city's enchanting backstreets, a maze of narrow alleyways, hidden courtyards and charming bridges. You never know what treasure you'll stumble upon. A quaint cafe, a unique artisan shop, or a secluded square bathed in sunlight. Venice is a city that knows how to celebrate, and there's no better time to experience its vibrant spirit than during Carnevale. Imagine a spectacle of masked partygoers, elaborate costumes, and a festive atmosphere that takes over the entire city. It's a truly unforgettable experience. But even outside of Carnevale, Venice is a feast for the senses. Be sure to indulge in some cicchetti, small snacks served in bars throughout the city. These bite-sized delights are a delicious way to sample local flavors. Think fresh seafood, creamy cheeses, and flavorful cured meats. And speaking of flavors, be sure to try some traditional Venetian dishes. Seafood lovers will be in heaven with fresh catches from the lagoon, and don't miss out on the creamy risotto, a Venetian specialty. For a sweet treat, indulge in some frittelle, small fried dough balls, especially popular during Carnivale. Venice is a city that stays with you long after you've said goodbye to it. It's a place where romance lingers in the air, where history whispers from the walls, and where every corner reveals a new and enchanting view. Chapter 4, Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance. Florence, the heart of Tuscany, is a city that truly breathes art and history. Every corner you turn, every cobblestone street you wander down seems to whisper stories of the Renaissance. This was a time of unparalleled creativity when artists like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci and Donatello walked these very streets. Imagine these masters, these giants of the art world found inspiration in the city's vibrant energy, and that same energy, that same spirit of creativity is still palpable today. You can almost feel the presence of these masters as you stroll through the bustling squares and admire the architectural marvels that surround you. Now, when we talk about Florence, we can't overlook the magnificent Duomo. This iconic cathedral, with its soaring dome designed by Brunelleschi, dominates the Florentine skyline. Just standing before this masterpiece of engineering and artistry is a humbling experience, and inside, well, the Duomo's interior is just as breathtaking. The sheer scale of the place, the intricate details, the way the light filters through the stained glass windows. It's a symphony for the senses. Trust me, you'll want to take your time here to soak it all in, but Florence isn't just about the city centre. Venture beyond the city walls, and you'll discover the rolling hills of Tuscany, a landscape that has inspired poets and painters for centuries. Picture yourself meandering along cypress-lined roads, vineyards stretching as far as the eye can see, and charming hilltop towns just begging to be explored. One such town, a must-see on any trip to Florence, is Fiesole. This charming little town offers stunning panoramic views of Florence and the surrounding countryside. Find yourself a table at a local trattoria, savor a glass of Chianti, and just breathe in those incredible views. It's the perfect way to escape the city bustle and experience the more laid-back side of Tuscany. And speaking of escaping the city, don't miss the chance to visit the Boboli Gardens, one of the first and most important examples of the Italian garden. Located behind the Pitti Palace, the gardens are a tranquil oasis in the heart of the city. You can wander through meticulously manicured lawns, admire hidden fountains, and discover secret grottos. It's in these peaceful surroundings that you can truly appreciate the Medici family's love for beauty and their desire to create a haven of peace and tranquility amidst the bustling city. A visit here is like stepping back in time, offering a glimpse into the opulent lifestyle of the Renaissance elite. Chapter 5, Amalfi Coast, where beauty meets the sea. Now, let's journey south to one of Italy's most captivating destinations, the Amalfi Coast. Imagine a place where rugged cliffs plunge into azure waters, where pastel-colored villages cling precariously to the hillsides, and where the air is filled with the scent of lemon trees and the sound of waves crashing against the shore. This is a place that embodies la dolce vita, the sweet life. The Amalfi Coast is all about embracing the simple pleasures, savoring delicious seafood, sipping on limoncello, and simply soaking up the breathtaking scenery. And speaking of scenery, the village of Positano is like something straight out of a dream. Imagine cascading houses painted in vibrant hues of pink, yellow, and orange, tumbling down the hillside towards the sparkling Mediterranean Sea. It's a sight that will take your breath away. Take your time to wander the narrow, winding streets, browsing the local boutiques and artisan workshops. And don't forget to savor a leisurely lunch at one of the many seaside restaurants where you can enjoy fresh-caught seafood with that incredible view. But the Amalfi Coast is more than just pretty villages and stunning views. It's also a place steeped in history and culture. For a glimpse into the region's ancient past, a visit to Pompeii is a must. Frozen in time by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, Pompeii offers a haunting yet fascinating look at Roman life nearly 2 millennia ago. And just a short hop from Pompeii is Herculaneum, another ancient Roman town buried by the same eruption. Herculaneum, however, is smaller and better preserved than Pompeii, offering a more intimate glimpse into Roman daily life. As you wander through the remarkably intact houses and shops, you can almost imagine the people who lived and worked here centuries ago. But let's not forget about the natural beauty of the Amalfi Coast. One of the best ways to experience the dramatic coastline is by boat. Rent a small boat or take a guided tour to explore hidden coves, secluded beaches and grottos only accessible from the water. Imagine yourself swimming in crystal clear waters, basking in the warm Italian sun and feeling the gentle sea breeze on your skin. It's an experience that will stay with you long after you've said goodbye to this magical coastline. Chapter 6: Milan, Italy's fashionable metropolis. From the sun-drenched Amalfi Coast, we travel north to Milan, Italy's fashion capital and a city that seamlessly blends high-end sophistication with historical charm. Milan is a city that pulsates with energy, a place where cutting-edge fashion, design and finance collide. Now, when you think of Milan, you might think of designer labels and runway shows, and for good reason. This is a city where fashion is a way of life, where people take pride in their appearance, and where the streets themselves feel like a catwalk. Take a stroll down Via Monte Napoleone, Milan's most exclusive shopping street, and you'll be surrounded by the biggest names in fashion. Gucci, Prada, Armani, Versace, you name it, it's here. But Milan is much more than just a shopping destination. At its heart lies the awe-inspiring Duomo, a Gothic masterpiece that took nearly 6 centuries to complete. This is one of the largest churches in the world, and its sheer scale is truly impressive. And don't just admire it from the outside. Step inside and you'll be greeted by soaring ceilings, intricate stained glass windows, and a sense of grandeur that is truly breathtaking. If you're feeling adventurous, climb to the roof for panoramic views of the city. Trust me, it's worth every step. Milan may be known for its fashion, but it also boasts an impressive art scene. For art lovers, a visit to the Santa Maria del Grazie is an absolute must. Here you can find Leonardo da Vinci's iconic masterpiece, The Last Supper. Now, this is a popular attraction, so you'll need to book your tickets well in advance. But trust me, seeing this masterpiece up close and personal is an experience you won't soon forget. Da Vinci's genius is truly on display in every brushstroke. And while you're in the neighborhood, be sure to check out the Pinacoteca di Brera, home to an impressive collection of Italian paintings, including works by Raphael, Caravaggio and Bellini. It's a great place to immerse yourself in the world of Italian Renaissance and Baroque art. But Milan isn't all about high art and designer labels. The city also has a vibrant and down-to-earth side. For a taste of local life, head to the Navigili district. This charming neighborhood, crisscrossed by canals, is the perfect place to enjoy an evening aperitivo, that wonderful Italian tradition of pre-dinner drinks and snacks. Find a table at a canal-side bar, order a glass of Aperol Spritz, and watch the world go by. It's the perfect way to experience the more laid-back side of Milan. Now, let's hop over to Sicily, the largest island in the Mediterranean. This place is an amazing blend of ancient history, vibrant culture, and stunning landscapes. Sicily has been ruled by Greeks, Romans, Arabs, and Normans, each leaving their mark on the island. Visit the Valley of the Temples, an archaeological park near Agrigento. Here you'll find remarkably well-preserved Greek temples from the 5th century BC. These towering columns have stood the test of time, witnessing empires rise and fall. And then there's Taormina, a charming hilltop town with a Greek theatre offering views of Mount Etna. Picture yourself in that ancient theatre, the scent of citrus blossoms in the air and Mount Etna in the distance. Whether exploring ruins, savouring Sicilian cuisine, or soaking up the sun, Sicily captivates your senses. It's a place where you can feel the pulse of history and the warmth of the Mediterranean spirit. But Sicily is not just about ancient history, it's also a feast for the senses. The food alone is worth the trip. Fresh seafood, sun-ripened tomatoes, and creamy ricotta cheese. And don't even get me started on the pastries. Cannoli, cassata, granita, each one is a little slice of heaven. Trust me, when you're in Sicily, you'll want to pack your appetite because every meal is a celebration of life. The markets are a whirlwind of colours, aromas, and friendly haggling. Imagine strolling through bustling stalls, the air thick with the scent of spices, fresh fish and ripe fruit. It's a feast for the eyes and nose as much as it is for the stomach. And then there's the music. The soulful melodies of traditional Sicilian folk music will transport you to another time and place. It's the perfect soundtrack for exploring this enchanting island where history, culture, and natural beauty intertwine to create an unforgettable experience. Now let's head north to Tuscany, a region that needs no introduction. We all know about the treasures of Florence, but Tuscany is much more than just its capital city. It's a land of rolling hills, vineyards that stretch as far as the eye can see, and charming hilltop towns that seem frozen in time. Think about those iconic images of Tuscany cypress trees lining a winding road, medieval villages perched atop sun-drenched hills, and fields of sunflowers bursting with color. Well, those images aren't just postcards, they're the real deal, and they're just waiting to be discovered. Rent a car and get lost in the Tuscan countryside. You can spend your days exploring vineyards, sampling world-class wines, and indulging in hearty Tuscan cuisine. Imagine yourself sitting on the terrace of a rustic farmhouse, a glass of Chianti in hand, as the sun sets over the vineyards, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple. And don't forget to visit the charming hill towns like San Gimignano with its medieval towers, and Siena, home to the famous paleo horse race. Each town has its own unique character and charm, just waiting to be discovered. Of course, no trip to Tuscany would be complete without a visit to Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance. Here, you can spend days exploring masterpieces by Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli. Stand in awe of the Duomo, that magnificent cathedral that dominates the Florentine skyline, and walk across the Ponte Vecchio, the only bridge in Florence spared from destruction during World War II, still lined with shops on both sides. But beyond the art and architecture, Florence offers a glimpse into the Tuscan lifestyle. Take a stroll through the bustling Mercato Centrale, where you can find everything from fresh produce to local crafts. Imagine the aroma of freshly baked bread, the vibrant colors of the fruits and vegetables, and the friendly banter of the vendors. It's an experience that engages all your senses. And while you're in Florence, be sure to indulge in a traditional Florentine steak. Culinary experience you won't soon forget. This thick, juicy steak, seasoned simply with salt, pepper, and a drizzle of olive oil, is a testament to the Tuscan philosophy of using fresh, high-quality ingredients to create simple yet delicious dishes. So, whether you're seeking art and history, breathtaking scenery, or simply a taste of the good life, Tuscany has something to offer everyone. It's a region that will capture your heart and leave you with memories to last a lifetime. Now let's head to the Ligurian coast, where the rugged cliffs of the Italian Riviera meet the sparkling waters of the Mediterranean Sea. Here you'll find Cinque Terre, 5 picturesque villages clinging precariously to the cliffs, connected by a network of ancient hiking trails. Imagine this: colorful houses stacked one on top of another, vineyards clinging to the steep slopes, and the azure waters of the Mediterranean stretching out before you. This is Cinque Terre, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that feels like a scene straight out of a fairy tale. The best way to experience Cinque Terre is on foot. Lace up your hiking boots and hit the trails that wind their way through vineyards, olive groves, and forests, offering breathtaking views of the coastline. Each village has its own unique character and charm, so be sure to take your time exploring each one. There's Monterosso al Mare, the largest of the 5 villages, with its sandy beach; Vernazza, with its picturesque harbour; Corniglia, perched high on a clifftop; Manarola, famous for its sweet Chiacchiera wine; and Riomaggiore, the southernmost village, connected to Manarola by the Via dell'Amore, or Lover's Lane. Cinque Terre is not just about the views, it's also about embracing a simpler way of life. The pace of life here is slower, more relaxed. You won't find any cars in these villages, just narrow cobblestone streets, bustling piazzas, and friendly locals. Spend your days exploring the villages, swimming in the crystal-clear waters, and enjoying fresh seafood at one of the many trattorias overlooking the sea. Imagine yourself enjoying a leisurely lunch on a terrace overlooking the harbour. The sound of the waves crashing against the rocks below, the scent of fresh basil and garlic wafting from the kitchen. And in the evenings, join the locals for a passeggiata, an evening stroll through the villages as the sun sets and the sky turns a kaleidoscope of colours. It's the perfect way to end a day in this magical place. Whether you're an avid hiker, a foodie, or simply looking to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life, Cinque Terre is a destination that will stay with you long after you've left. It's a place where you can reconnect with nature, embrace the simple life, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Lake Como, nestled amidst the foothills of the Alps, is a place that seems almost too beautiful to be real. It's a landscape of shimmering waters reflecting snow-capped peaks, charming villages clinging to verdant slopes, and elegant villas whispering tales of a bygone era. For centuries, this serene lake has been a magnet for artists, poets, and travelers seeking respite from the hustle and bustle of city life. And trust me, it doesn't disappoint. Whether you're strolling along the waterfront promenade, savoring a gelato with a view, or simply soaking up the tranquil ambience, Lake Como has a way of working its magic on you. One of the best ways to experience the lake's charm is to hop on a ferry and explore the picturesque towns that dot its shores. Each village has its own unique character and attractions, from Bellagio's elegant gardens to Varena's colourful houses cascading down to the water's edge. And hey, keep your eyes peeled for celebrity sightings. George Clooney famously has a villa here, and it's not uncommon to spot other famous faces enjoying the lake's discreet luxury. Speaking of villas, Lake Como is renowned for its opulent estates, many dating back to the Renaissance and beyond. These architectural gems, often surrounded by lush gardens and cascading terraces, offer a glimpse into a world of timeless elegance. One such villa, Villa del Balbianello, should be on every visitor's itinerary. Perched on a wooded promontory overlooking the lake, this former monastery-turned-private residence has been featured in countless films, including Casino Royale and Star Wars Episode II, Attack of the Clones. But Lake Como isn't just about luxurious villas and breathtaking views. The towns and villages surrounding the lake offer a taste of authentic Italian life, with bustling markets, family-run trattorias serving up delicious local specialties, and a pace of life that's refreshingly slow and relaxed. So, take your time, wander the cobblestone streets, savor a leisurely lunch at a lakeside cafe, and let the beauty of Lake Como wash over you. You won't regret it. Naples. Naples. Now, this is a city that grabs you by the collar and pulls you in with its raw energy and unvarnished authenticity. It's chaotic, it's gritty, it's a symphony of sights, sounds and smells that can be overwhelming at times. But boy, is it ever captivating. This is a city steeped in history, a place where ancient Greek ruins rub shoulders with Baroque churches and crumbling palazzos. It's a city that lives and breathes its past, and you can feel it in the very air you breathe. And let's not forget the food. Naples is the birthplace of pizza, and nowhere else in the world will you find such a passionate dedication to this culinary art form. From the simple margherita to the more elaborate creations, every pizza in Naples is a masterpiece, made with fresh local ingredients and baked to perfection in wood-fired ovens. But Naples is more than just history and pizza. It's a city with a heart of gold, where the people are warm and welcoming, and the street life is a vibrant tapestry of everyday life. So come explore the back streets, get lost in the labyrinthine alleys, and discover the soul of Naples. One of the most fascinating things about Naples is that there's a whole other city beneath the surface. Just a short walk from the bustling Piazza del Plebiscito, you can descend into the eerie silence of the catacombs of San Gennaro, a subterranean labyrinth of ancient burial chambers that offer a glimpse into the city's early Christian past. And speaking of underground wonders, no trip to Naples is complete without a visit to Pompeii, the ancient Roman city frozen in time by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Walking through the ruins of Pompeii is like stepping back in time, with remarkably well-preserved houses, shops and public buildings offering a poignant reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human life. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can even hike to the summit of Vesuvius itself, where you'll be rewarded with breathtaking views of the Bay of Naples and the surrounding countryside. Naples is a city that stays with you long after you've left its chaotic embrace. It's a city that challenges you, surprises you, and ultimately steals a piece of your heart. From the ancient ruins of Rome to the tranquil waters of Lake Como, Italy is a country that never ceases to amaze. It's a feast for the senses, a journey through history, art and culture, and a reminder that the good life is best savoured slowly with a glass of local wine in hand and a smile on your face. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through Italy. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more travel inspiration. See you in the next video.